What's going on, folks? My name is Josh. You guys are watching The Outdoor Dude. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Today's video, I'm fishing with some Walmart spinnerbaits, dude. Are they any good? We're gonna find out today. Let's go. Sweet, dude. The Ozark Trail 3/8 ounce spinnerbait. I can tell you right now, right from the jump, I don't like that. There's a bunch of weeds in here and that's gonna be a problem, so I'm gonna have to try to tune that so that's not like that. That's gonna catch weeds, guaranteed. Pretty thin blade. Obviously, you know, I think it's like $2 or something like that. 2 and change, maybe $3 spinnerbait. It looks like a hand-tied skirt, but I don't think so. It's got a lead bait keeper on there, pretty simple, and eagle claw laser sharp hooks. Pretty thin wire, and reminds me a lot of the Strike King shape. One thing I also know for sure is I got like no line left on this, so I think I'm gonna put some new line on here and we're gonna get going. We're also gonna get this guy, get rid of this guy. All right, we're all strung up. Let's tie this guy on here. Got a couple hours to fish. It is friggin' 90 degrees though. Super hot. I'm gonna be targeting these grass mats, the edges, the holes. I'm putting this on a 7 foot medium heavy with a 7, I think it's a 7-1-1. What is this ratio? Nope. We got the 6.5-to-1 Vengeance reel. Pretty budget setup, except for the line. The line is probably the most expensive component. There's already footprints all in the grass right here. Somebody stepped there, somebody stepped there, over there. There's a dude in a John boat in here. That's the first time I've ever seen that. No. I lost this one already. Yep. There goes the new spinnerbait. More littering. Somebody, I don't know why they threw that on the ground. That could have been a chatterbait trailer, spinnerbait trailer. The waste, dude. Friggin' horseflies are after me. It's 7 p.m. I just lost one of those spinnerbaits. I only bought 2 because I figured that'd be enough. Come to one of my easy fishing spots, catch a few fish, tell you guys how I like the bait or dislike the bait, and I just lost it. And there's a dude in a John boat down the canal. There's some folks that just showed up with their dog fishing on the other side. Kind of limited as to where I can go. And I've been by a ton of bait and a few bass, and none of these fish are interested in this lure. So I've got to find some fish that are. Let's go. All right, folks, we're hitting one last spot before I go home. We got low light maybe working in our favor, so I'm hoping I can get a bite. Got smoke in the air from something, but it's like low lying. It's not like from the forest fires like before, but it's definitely smoky. We only have like a half hour of light left, so I'm gonna shut up and get to fishing. All right, other side. Let's see if we can fare any better. A fish is better than no fish. I'm ready for a pickerel, crappie, rock bass. Dude, I'll take any biters right now. Okay. Come on, buddy. Pickerel, largemouth. Somebody. I cannot believe I wasn't recording. I cannot believe I wasn't recording. Golly. The whole dang night fishing my butt off for a little 9-10 incher. Thanks, buddy. I've had really good nights at this spot before, but oof, tonight is not one of them. One of those hot nights that suck. Bugs are out and I gotta put up my dang hood. Got a good one. Yes. Please tell me I'm actually recording for this one. Yes, dude. Way better. Way better. Sweet. That's a decent bass. Thanks, bud. Oh my God, I almost fell. That's way steeper and worse than I thought. All right, buddy. Thank you. Huh. Yes. Nice 2.5 pounder. Holy moly. I was really hoping the low light would work in my favor. Super thankful for that fish, dude. I was real worried it was only going to be the one that I didn't film. Double punch the camera, turn it off, think I'm recording, catch a fish. People are probably like, yeah, right, bro. You could have caught it on dang swim jig and pretended like, nope. I swear. All right, folks, we are back. Same spot that I finished off at last night. It is now 5 o'clock in the evening. Wind is picking up, and we've got a little bit of a front pushing in. Still running the same spinnerbait. Not a terrible spinnerbait if you know how to mod it, and which is just fixing that little clamp, that little close, that wire closing right there. And like I said, the wire is not as stout as your higher end spinnerbaits, your Strike Kings, your Googans, and I'd say even the Booyah has a little bit of a stouter blade, or a stouter wire. Do I know what gauge it is? No, I'm not. No, I don't really know it that well, but I can tell you that it's not as sturdy. The blades are a little smaller, a little bit thinner, a little bit lower quality. It's got the 3 beads there. That the one thing where they spent some decent money on this is the swivel. Looks like a Sampo. I think Sampo is the name. It's a higher end swivel, or a higher end style swivel. And the skirt looks like it's hand tied. And to be honest, the skirt looks really nice underwater. If you needed to substitute and you didn't have money for a higher end spinnerbait, they're really not that bad so far. All right, let's get fishing. We got real high winds. Today's definitely more of a spinnerbait kind of a day. Just hope I can make it happen. does not come through the weeds as good as the Guggen or the Booyah. They get hung up on that head. And the Guggen and the Booyah, their head shape is a little bit different than this, and I think it's enough that it makes a difference. It's the right shape. These ones are better for your docks, maybe brush, open water. Gonna hit some of these shadows. It's been real hot in the heat of the day. These fish are gonna tuck up under those shadows. Comes through the water real smooth. Like I said, the blades are smaller than your Booyah or your Guggen baits in the same size, and that's where they're saving some money. Also, you're gonna feel less of a vibration, which is probably decent for some situations. Got one. Trying to take me into the grass. Sweet, dude. Yes. Got another one. He was deep in the shadow, deep in the grass. Awesome, dude. This bank is so deceivingly high and steep. Bro, thank you, fish. Thanks, buddy. Huh. So it's not all that bad. If you guys are looking for a budget spinnerbait and you got some pliers and you know kind of how to tune a spinnerbait, or you're willing to get a cheap one and learn, it's not a bad spinnerbait, dude. The paint is chipping up pretty good right at the front of the nose. One of the downsides to having a flexible wire, fish gets a little bit of play when you're fighting them, but also the fulcrum is all on that point. The anchor point to the hook is all under there. If this bends easy, it'll bend the anchor point, or where that lead is around the wire there. So the lead is super soft, and the more you move that wire, the more you're gonna work that hole and make it a little bit bigger. Keep your mind out of the gutter. This is around where I started catching them last night. We are re-tied. Forgot my scissors, so my tag end is huge, but it's gonna work. They're not looking at that. Okay, so we're gonna fish. The challenge to fishing a spinnerbait in one of these spots is when you got all this muck and grass out in front of you for like 10, 15 yards, your casting ability has to be good. You've got to get it in those spots. And that's why I lost a spinnerbait last night. But that's the game. Ooh, little perch chased it. Normally, once the grass gets up this high, I really like a fast reel for that situation right there. You gotta get your bait up high in the water column right before that grass, pop it up out of the water, and then try to reel it in fast enough that the bait doesn't get tangled in all this different stuff down here. Because if you look close enough, there's some poison ivy sprinkled in here. There's some. And if the bait hits it, and then you start touching your bait, and then you itch your face, you're in for a bad day. way more bait down here. Sure wish I was testing a Walmart swim jig right now. It's a lot harder to find these open spots to catch any fish. Just tangled my line like crazy and then start getting eaten up by a horsefly. Trying to get my face and my arm, my hand. What in the hell happened? Alright folks, well I just lost the dang blade on that bait. That's an absolute bummer.
At the time of filming this video, I was still dealing with my Lyme disease, having a lot of back issues, so I didn't carry a lot of tackle on me. I only had the 2 spinnerbaits on me. I lost one, broke the blade on the other one. Have no idea how that happened. But I did catch some decent fish. Not as many as I would have liked to give a good review of the product, but I can definitely give my initial thoughts of it. Head shape isn't my favorite, but it works. The blade could be a little bit bigger, but it's not so small that it's awkward or it doesn't work well. It's still a good spinnerbait. The wire isn't as stout as I would like it, but it still caught fish, and I was yoking them up a 6-foot bank to get my hands on those things. And the wire wasn't bending very much at all. The only issue is the willow blade connection point. As you can see, I lost one of them in the video. But overall, pretty cheap. Doesn't have a wire bait keeper, but it's got a lead bait keeper. The head shape isn't the best, but it works. Swivel's really good, and it appears to be a hand-tied skirt. And the skirt has 2 different materials in it, rubber and shinier plastic type material. And the skirt seems to look really good underwater. Overall, if you had to save some money and you wanted to buy budget spinnerbaits, that one's actually going to get the job done and catch you some decent fish. And if you can keep the blades on it, it's going to last a while for you. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys like this video, make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. Click the notification bell so YouTube notifies you when I do a new video. And hit that like button for me. It's been a while since I've done some videos, and YouTube is going to treat the channel like it's a brand new channel. Even though I've got close to 7,000 subscribers, they're not going to feed this video to everybody. So subscribe button, like button, click the notification bell so YouTube notifies you when I do a new video. Leave a comment down there, guys. Tell me how you feel about these Walmart spinnerbaits. Have you used them? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Let me know down below. See you next time.